Pablo Emilio Escobar, one of the most successful, ruthless, and efficient drug kingpins to ever walk this earth. Born in 1949 in the city of Rio Negro, Colombia, he grew from a middle-class lifestyle into a man wealthy enough to be ranked 7th richest man in the world in 1989. At the peak of his power, Escobar was moving tons of illegal drugs around the world. He was ordering political assassinations, gang murders, and even had ties with the Colombian government. Let's just say Mr. Escobar was very good at his job. But we aren't here to talk about how he made his estimated $30 billion of illicit wealth. We'll be looking at the insane mansions he spent his blood-soaked money buying. Because if there's one thing Escobar was good at, it was spending. It was estimated that Pablo Escobar was moving 15 tons of cocaine into the United States every single day, and was making about $810 a second. Suffice to say, he had a lot of money on hand, and he wasn't exactly about to put all of those illicit funds in a bank. Escobar would often hide his money in all sorts of locations, including warehouses, fields, and some of the massive estates he owned. One of these homes was the incredibly lavish estate known as La Manuela, which, if you asked him, he'd say was procured completely legitimately.
Pero usted puede asegurar que su dinero nunca ha tenido vinculación con el narcotráfico.
Siempre he asegurado que mi dinero no tiene vínculos con el narcotráfico.
So what kind of home was La Manuela? Well, it was Escobar's very own little escape. When he wanted a serene location near the water to rest and recuperate from the daily grind of running a drug empire, he'd go there. But unlike every other person who simply takes a vacation, Escobar decided to own his vacation spot. So, this 20-acre luxurious estate in the resort town of Guatape was his. It was right on the shores of the Peñol Reservoir, and he named the place after his daughter, Manuela Escobar. Pablo Escobar really poured a lot of money into this place as well. He wasn't going to name any shoddy old place after his pride and joy, after all. The place was decked out with a massive pool, tennis courts, and horse stables. Escobar loved to buy all sorts of vehicles, land, sea, and sky alike. It was noted that he bought himself 15 private jets and 6 helicopters. So, of course, La Manuela was going to have a helipad big enough to play football on, and a seaplane dock. When you're a drug lord as powerful as Escobar was, pretty much nowhere is safe. Even La Manuela wasn't much of an escape. He built guard towers on the property, so no one was getting in there without his permission. And yet, just 8 months before his death, it fell to an enemy attack. 200 kilograms of TNT was stuffed into one of its bathrooms and detonated, blowing up a sizable chunk of the building. After that, La Manuela was abandoned and slowly reclaimed by nature. It's currently dilapidated and covered in plants. On the bright side, people do often play paintball in its ruins, so it's not a complete waste. La Manuela was likely one of the many homes Escobar would hide some of his massive wealth. After his death, people would visit the estate and tear the place apart looking for abandoned loot. According to Escobar's brother, about 10% or $2.1 billion was written off from their earnings annually. Thanks to the strange locations they would hide their money, they just assumed it had been eaten by rats or destroyed by the elements. In some cases, it was simply lost. Another one of Escobar's homes was the estate known as Hacienda Nápoles, Spanish for Naples Estate. This was a home that really expressed Escobar's more fun-loving and playful side, as his wife recalls.
Conocer a Disney siempre es un sueño de cualquier ser humano. El papá se volvía un niño en ese parque con Sebas. Se subía a todas las montañas rusas así se muriera del pánico porque no le gustaban las montañas rusas, pero igual todo lo que fuera posible para ver a Sebas feliz.
Hacienda Nápoles was built in Puerto Triunfo, Colombia. The estate covered an insane 7.7 square miles of land.